Good evening. Welcome to Stampin' by Hannah here on Facebook. Oh my goodness, you can tell I've got no makeup on today. I've gone all freckly. We've spent the day on the beach and I have gone really quite freckly. I think I might have caught the sun a bit. Anyway, we're in a different location in my craft room today because I can't stand up that long anymore. So, I am 30 weeks pregnant today and this is where I usually craft. I do my videos here. And this, where you're now sat, is my kind of working desk where my computer is, and I do kind of not crafty things. I do other, back end stuff, blogging and all that kind of thing, sat here. And I can't, this is the only place that I can mount my camera or my phone. So I've had to move you across the room so I can sit down because I can't stand up. Literally, I am absolutely exhausted. How on earth I'm going to get through the next 10 weeks, I have no idea. I've got 5 weeks of work left, full-time work. And then, hopefully, everything will be okay. So, hello Kat, nice to see you. Welcome to Stampin' by Hannah and my, I've got to also say, messy craft room. So I have 2 card projects for you today, which is exciting. And the reason for that is the current Stampin' Up starter kit promotion, which is called Get and Go. And I'm going to kind of explain how that works as I go along, because I've got some samples. Isn't that good? I've organised this week. Haven't made the cards I'm going to make tonight, but I have got samples already. So, yeah, samples are ready. Cardstock's cut. Stampin' Cut and Boss machine is just here, ready to go. I'm going to have a slurp of drink because because I'm a child, I've got juice. I'm going to try and turn you around. This might go horribly wrong. Are you ready? So, first things first, I'm going to turn you around on the screen so you can see, oh my goodness, the dust on that computer screen. Oh, never mind. Right. Now, seeing comments for me now is not the easiest thing in the world because you're higher up than you usually are, as you can see, because you can see most of my grid paper. So this might actually be better, this angle might be better than usual. We shall see. We have got, like I said, the Stampin' Up Get and Go starter kit promotion, which is fabulous. So the Stampin' Up starter kit is the bit that allows you to become a demonstrator. If you want to either run a crafty business or, thank you, no, there is nothing wrong with juice. It is just, yeah, it's about all I can stomach at the moment. Water or juice. Anything else? Bad things happen. So that's a bit off topic, isn't it? Not really what you wanted to know, but never mind. I like oversharing. So, Stampin' Up Starter Kit is how you become a demonstrator. Now, that doesn't mean you have to demonstrate anything. It just means that you can demonstrate if you want to. It means that you get a discount of at least 20%. Once you've sold or bought a certain amount, you get extra. So I currently get a 25% discount on anything that I buy through Stampin' Up. And I do things like this. Now, you don't need to do this if you don't want to. There is no pressure, either from me or from Stampin' Up, to ever sell a single thing ever in the world. But by selling things, you do get a little bit of cash in your pocket, which is always helpful because we know crafting is not the cheapest hobby in the world. And any little extra helps. Oops, is that a supermarket? Never mind. So, the current starter kit promotion is called Get and Go. The starter kit costs £99. You get to spend £130 in any of the current catalogues. So that is the annual or the August to December mini catalogue. Anything that's on the Stampin' Up website, you can put in that starter kit. So you get to choose £130, but you only pay £99, and you don't pay for the delivery either, which is great, fabulous, great at any time of the year. At the moment, it gets better because you get these 2 stamp sets, which are both absolutely gorgeous, completely for free. You also get 16 packs of card kits. So that's 16, you get 8 that go with So Much Love and 8 for Queen Anne's Lace, which kind of, the idea is that you use them to demonstrate with, you hold your first event. Now, Stampin' Up have admitted that this was planned before Corona. So, there are still ways that you can craft with your friends. We all know this. I have done some Zoom calls with some friends, which have been lovely. I do Facebook Live with you lot every week. There is loads of ways to craft with your friends at the moment. Doing it face to face might be a little bit dodgy. Although if if there's less than 6 of you, hey, whatever Boris Johnson says next, I have no idea. But currently there's 6 of you. If you 6 of you, you can craft. Great. Anyway, it's a disaster, isn't it? So you've got the £130 worth of stuff that you can choose yourself, plus these 2 plus these 2 stamp sets, card kits, and a pack of the Stampin' Up rhinestone basic jewels, which are so pretty. I love these. I use a lot of these. They just end up on lots of projects. I don't know, they might end up on today's project, I haven't decided yet. This is an old pack, hence the green, and you can see actually how old it is because it's faded. But I have got a current one on the go. So, and an even older one sat here because I just like rhinestones by the looks of it. And pearls. Anyway, so the cards I've got today use these stamp sets. And what I have done is I've kind of got together with some of my stamping team and, or my upline, my team leader has organised this. We have kind of we've got a load of samples between us. Because we want to show as much inspiration with these sets as we possibly can. And I can't make that many cards. I just can't. But I have made a few, and I will be sharing some more with you over the next few weeks. So this is Queen Anne's Lace. How cute. And what I've done is I've kind of done a simple to stepped up. I love doing this, where you've got a really simple card. Really simple, comes together really quick, really easy. Lovely. But you can make it a bit more complicated. And this is one of those stamp sets that you can build on because you've got this image here and the flower heads layer on top of each other. So you can create that kind of 2-tone stamping effect, which is really lovely. And then, drop the card on the floor because it wouldn't be a Stampin' Up by Hannah Facebook Live, would it, if I didn't drop anything? That is my kind of complex version. So we've got layering, we've got some die cutting, and of course, some of those rhinestone jewels as well. So that is Queen Anne's Lace. We are going to make a card with that in a moment. But then I've also got a couple of cards for the So Much Love stamp set. Now, I am in love with this set. It reminds me of a stamp set that we had when I very first joined about 7 years ago, or 6.5 years ago, because of this kind of line imagery that I just really, really like. So, this is the card. I'm going to kind of, I'm going to step this card up a little bit today, because I just think just simple black and white line stamping is just so classic and so pretty. Absolutely love that. So that's that one. That's the card we're going to base today's card on. And then I went a little bit mad with stamping blends. Now, I have seen one of the Stampin' Up artisans do a Facebook Live with this stamp set, and she coloured this image. And I, at the time, went, oh my goodness, how long is that going to take? It didn't take me that long to do this. But I used Blackberry Bliss Light and Dark, and the Granny Apple Green Light and Dark. So they come in duos. Let me pull that out for you. So you get 2 pens together so you can always blend them. So this is the Blackberry Bliss for colours that I used here. And then obviously the Granny Apple Green matches the Granny Apple Green card base. And that's one of the things that I really love about Stampin' Up, is that you can coordinate those projects really easily because you've got cardstock that matches, blends pens that match, ink that matches, ribbon that matches, everything. You never sat there going, oh, I don't know if that ribbon's going to work, because it will work, because it's in the same, it's either the same colour or it's in the same family of colours, and all the colours kind of work together. We haven't got colours really that jar and clash. They all work nicely together. Nona says that if a class is, if your event is classed as educational, you can still get away with more than 6 people if it's COVID safe, which is very, very true. Oh, you know what? Colouring with Stampin' Blends is not that complicated. I will do some proper Stampin' Blend colouring. Not today because I've not got it planned, but I will in the next couple of weeks. I will show you how to Stampin' Blend, because they are really, really simple. So, shall we start with our Queen Anne's Lace card? Love this. Now, this is a stamp set that I will admit totally passed me by in the catalogue. Really, really did. It is photopolymer, and it's got some really, really nice sentiments, really handy ones. So you've got thanks and best wishes that you're going to use all the time, and then you've got this that I used on the cards that I sent to my team leader. I know you have the strength to get through this. This is a sentiment I am going to make a home decor piece with, because I need this everywhere at the moment. Don't know about you, but I think with COVID and being pregnant, my anxiety's gone through the roof, and this just, it gets me. So I'm going to have to make a home decor piece and put that in my office somewhere, because I can do this. I know I can. So, enough of me waffling. I have got, for this card, I have got 2 colours. I have got Rich Razzleberry and Old Olive. Now, these are both the old styling pads, because I haven't quite got round to buying new ones yet, but it will happen eventually. I have got a Rich Razzleberry card base and some pieces of Whisper White. So, first things first, I have already pre-cut and scored my card base, so I just need to get my bow folder on that and really burnish that, so it's going to stand up really nicely. I have got a piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to emboss that in a moment. And I have got this scrap piece of Whisper White as well. So we're going to do our stamping first. So I need 2 decent sized blocks for this stamp set, because they're quite large images. So this is a, what block is it? E. Which isn't the biggest block that Stampin' Up do, but it is one of the bigger ones. So I'm going to use that one, and I've got the other one's a size D. Love the fact that Stampin' Up add kind of, yeah, they tell you which, in the catalogue they tell you which blocks to use. I don't know if they do on the actual stamp set itself. But the fact that they are labelled in different letters just helps me out a lot. There we go. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Old Olive, and we're going to ink up with the kind of, I'm going to call it a branch. It's not really a branch, is it? I'm going to stamp it off once, and then I'm going to stamp it kind of centrally on this piece. Now I'm going to die cut this, so it's not massively important. Nona says, at least you're not going to mess up putting the labels on. Is that because it's photopolymer, not red rubber? Yes. The labels on your red rubber are not the easiest thing to put on. I have some tips and tricks. Again, something I will show you. Let's do this card first, and then I will show you the easiest, or the way that I put my labels on. It isn't the easiest thing in the world. Now, this lines up really nicely when you're not looking at it at an angle or through a camera. So, if you are looking at it straight down, it lines up really well. If you're looking at it slightly wonky, it becomes slightly wonky. But hey, so that is our floral image. Now, I want to die cut this. and I have pulled out all of my labels because I'm a bit of a sucker for a label die. And I'm going to use these ones today. These are the stitch nested labels. I used them last week as well, didn't I? Yes, the stitch nested labels dies. And I'm going to use either one of those. So that one's a bit too big. Yeah, probably that one. So, but I just wanted to show you that we have some really fabulous labels dies in the catalogue at the moment. And so I've pulled out some of my favourites. These are the Tasteful labels. I love these. I've used these a lot. They are just stunning and really handy because they're useful shapes. There are labels in the painted labels dies as well. They coordinate with the painted poppies, which are very pretty. Then we have got the rectangle stitched framelits. Now, these, normally you would sit there and go, oh, well, they're rectangles. Great. But I would count these ones more like labels and great for your sentiments. Really, really handy. Would tend to class those in line with your kind of circles and your other layering dies, but I do think they're really handy. And these that are just stunningly pretty, and just that, one of those dies on a card with a sentiment, so pretty, just lovely. So we've got loads of options, and then there is my personal favourite that I can't ever put away, are the stitched shapes, and they are, because I'm a bit of a sucker for a stitched edge, if you hadn't noticed. So you've just got squares, circles and ovals in 4 different sizes, and they're so, so useful. Lynn, did you get my message from Facebook? I am very well, thank you, Lynn. No, I didn't. I wonder if we've got gremlins. Right, so I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. Oh, I love this. This might make the camera wobble a bit, just because you are not usually attached to my actual desk, but you are today. So, this is why I don't normally sit here, because I don't want you to wobble about. So, brand new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This machine is fabulous. Completely in love with it. To cut out our flowers, we are going to use this die, and because it's a thin die, we're going to follow the instructions that are printed on your base plate for thin dies. So it says, using with thin dies, you need plate 1, which is this thick one, plate 2, which is this thinner one. When you put that on top, you think, oh no, the instructions have gone away. They haven't. They've put them on there as well. And then we need plate number 3, our cardstock and our die, and then plate number 3 on the top. Now, I am just going to line this up the way I want it, and I'm going to stick it down with a piece of washi tape because I haven't got my hands on the magnetic plate yet. And then I'll put another 3 plate on the top and run that through. My big shot. Not big shot. Oh, goodness me. It's my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I will constantly get the name wrong. Lynn, I tagged you in it. Oh, maybe. I think James might have mentioned it. I don't think I'm in that Facebook group. I think that's why I didn't get it. But I think James did mention it to me. So, we have our beautifully die cut in one pass through our machine. Lovely. Really simple. And while I've got the machine on my desk, we are also going to do a little bit of embossing. Now, I haven't used this bit of the machine yet, so this could go wrong. So, we are going to emboss that other piece of Whisper White cardstock I've got with this embossing folder, which is so pretty. And it comes as part of, what's it called? It's in the Ornate Ornate Style bundle with the Designer Series paper, but I cannot remember what it's called. So I'm going to pop my cardstock into my embossing folder like that. And then I'm going to follow follow the instructions on here. So, insert embossing folder hinge first. When using a 3D embossing folder, I want plate 1 and plate 4. So I've got plate 1 here. I'll put that one on top, and plate 4 also comes in with your machine. It's the grey solid one. So I run that through my machine. Now, Whisper White doesn't always emboss the best ever, so this is a bit of a trial run. we might need to do something else, but we will see. So let's have a look. Oh no, that's really pretty. There we go. Look at that. That's really very detailed embossing, actually. Really love that. As always, there will be a blog post that goes along with this Facebook Live, and I will launch that tomorrow morning. I will write it tonight, and it will go live tomorrow. And on there will be a link to all of the products I've used in today's Facebook Live. So, look at that. Isn't that really pretty? Love that. And then what I've done is I've gone ahead, because if you've watched my Facebook Lives before, you'll know that I really love an embossed sentiment. But I don't love doing embossing on camera because it's just the noise of it I don't like. So I've gone ahead and stamped the sentiment on a piece of old olive cardstock in Versamark ink. And I have heat embossed it with my white embossing folder. Now, embossing powder. I keep my embossing powders in these little Sistema tubs just because, and I use a little spoon, just because it makes it much easier for me to kind of keep the powder contained. Otherwise I end up with the embossing powder all over my house and it gets everywhere, but this way it doesn't. I keep it kind of under control. So I'm going to just snip this out, and I have seen some ladies recently who have done fussy cutting on sentiments to the extreme, but I cannot do it, so I'm keeping it square because I cannot fussy cut a sentiment. I don't know what it is. I can fussy cut flowers, I can fussy cut other things, but sentiments, my brain, it just blocks. So we're going to just layer this card together. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, just need, of course, I haven't grabbed any of my adhesives at all. So I have got my box of adhesive. So we have got Stampin' Steel and some dimensionals, because it's not a card if it's not dimensional, is it? Oh good, don't you love it when you're on Facebook Live and your husband suddenly logs in to say he's watching? Hi James, go away now please. He will be probably actually back downstairs every Thursday. James goes out when I'm on Facebook Live, but he's never out for the entire length of my Facebook Live. And he appears back midway through. So this will be him checking on how far I have got, I'm sure. So I'm going to pop that layer straight down onto there. Then I'll pop some dimensionals on the back of that stamped die cut piece. Oh dear. There we go. So I'm just going to pop them down the middle. Like so. And I am going to layer this just off to one side, just because I like the look of, it could go right in the centre, it'd be very nice, but I just like things a bit off. I just think it adds something. And then I want my sentiment. So I'm going to pop, oh, do I need the little ones? Let's go for the little ones, I think. I have also got some mini dimensionals just here. So 2 little mini ones. And because I'm going to have it kind of off, I need another dimensional to kind of pull this up. So behind the B, I need to double layer. And I will show you what that does in a second. So these are a little bit fiddly. Sometimes I use my take a pick tool to get the backs off those because they can be a little bit fiddly. So by double layering, can you see that's kind of popped that sentiment piece up off of the card front, so it's still kind of popped up, it's not layered on top of that. And that is my card using the Queen Anne's Lace stamp set, which I have now of course lost on my desk. It can't have gone that far, can it? Maybe it can. Oh dear. So, really, where have I put that? Does this happen to anybody else? I'm sure it does, where you just suddenly lose everything. Anyway, so that is my card with Queen Anne's Lace. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Queen Anne's Lace, yeah. That's the stamp set. Brain is not functioning. 30 weeks pregnant baby brain is really kicking in now. So, shall we make a card using the So Much Love stamp set? I love this. Like I said, the line images on here are really pretty. Before we do that though, let me show you how, because I just happen to have a brand new stamp set sat here that I haven't put all the stickers on yet. So, Nona was asking earlier on about the putting the stickers on the back of your rubber cling mount stamps. So some of the stamp sets that Stampin' Up sell are photopolymer and some of them are red rubber. And the red rubber ones don't come with stickers on the back. Now, you can just pop them out of the sheet. So let's have a look. This one I'll do. Pop them out of the sheet and take the backing off, because they have got a paper backing on, and they will stick to a block like that. So you don't need to put the sticker on at all. Was it the Ornate Floral 3D embossing product? Yes, Nona, it was. Thank you very much. So you don't need to put the stickers on. Your stamps will stick to your blocks as is. However, if I tend to put the stickers on my cling mount stamps. I didn't, when they were the kind of previous version, when they were clear mount, I didn't put the stickers on because it made no difference to me whether they stuck or not. These stick much better with the stickers on. So what I tend to do is I will find the stamp. So this one says, celebrate the season. Find the coordinating sticker in the pack. Now the stickers always come in the box with your red rubber stamps. We need to take off the paper, like so. Ooh. Like that. And then we are literally going to pop your red rubber piece down onto your sticker. Now, this is not the easiest thing to do again because I have got a camera in the way. There. Push it down and then pull it up and the sticker is on the back. And that's how I do mine. Because if you try and take the sticker off the sheet and try and stick it on, it's a nightmare. But do it that way. So you've kind of selected your... We'll do another one. So let's do this one. This one says... Oh gosh, what does it say? Thinking of you at Christmas, that's the one. So, I'm going to take the paper off the back of the stamp. We're going to take the paper off of the sticker on the sheet. And the other thing I tend to do is I tend to try and line up either a flat edge or a corner, or something that's kind of particularly obvious. So I will probably line up that corner, that edge first, and then just stick it down and pull it up. Dead easy. The other thing I do is I do put a little bit of washi tape on a corner just to make it easier to get your stamps off of your clear blocks, because this stuff is sticky. It clings really, really well. And if you don't take your stamps off really quickly after you've used them, you'll find it's really hard to get them off. So what I will then do is I will grab my roll of washi tape, and I have a washi tape I use literally just for this. So I will just pull a piece of washi tape off, and it just allows me to kind of get an edge. So she says, of course, can't do that on actual camera, can I? So there we go. That's that one. And it will stick and stop that stamp coming off. And then do the same with this one. Yeah, it just allows you to get a corner of the stamp and not pull your... Because they are so sticky that I have had a couple of stamps where I haven't done that and I have pulled the rubber off of the foam. Because I'm also not the best person at taking the blocks, my stamps off my blocks quickly either. So that's that. So, Nona, was that helpful? Good, she says, what an easy way. Yeah, that's the way that I've always done it, and I can't remember if that's the way we were told to do it by Stampin' Up either. Possibly, it's likely. So, or some other big demonstrator showed me how to do it, because otherwise, yeah. Right. So much love. Love this. So pretty. You'll see on the back of these I've got little bits of washi tape already on because it makes it easier to pull the stamps off. So I'm going to use this one today, which is the smaller of the two floral images. And I need that big block again. So, like that. Now, I have already pre-cut my card. So I have got, make a mess again, a basic black card. And I just need, oh dear me, there we go, bone folder to just burnish that. I have cut a piece of Whisper White that is 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower to go on there. And then this piece, which is 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this floral image all over this piece using the Memento Basic Black, Tuxedo Black ink. Sorry, I've got the hiccups now as well. All right. All we need now is my nose to start running, and then we've had a complete set of issues during Facebook Live. So I'm going to just really randomly stamp all over this image, or piece of cardstock. Just there. And it's one of those stamps that you don't need to kind of fit together particularly, but you could do. So, love that. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Like, can you imagine that completely coloured with Stampin' Blends? Yeah, and it'll probably take me about ½ an hour, but hey, never mind. So, I'm not doing it today. Oh, maybe next week. Right. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer because I'm going to trim this piece down a little bit further. So, what I want to do is I want to kind of make it I'm going to kind of angle the top. Does that make sense? Probably not. So, this corner here is in the groove of my trimmer. And I'm just going to take that off. So we've now got a piece that looks like that. Then, that will layer on there, like so. And you can see this is my original sample for this card. And I am going to layer that flat, I think. So, where's my stamp and seal gone? This card will come together quite quickly because it's not massively complicated. So, we're going to just stamp and seal that down. I'm getting the hang of this stamp and seal now. It's taken a little while. You just need to be kind of down directly at 90 degrees to your cardstock, and it seems to work. So, there is that bit. You can guarantee this will now not work. Yeah, she says. With stamping with snail, you could be at a bit of an angle, but this stuff, no, you can't. You need to be at 90 degrees. So then we've got that on there. Isn't that pretty? And then again, I have gone ahead already and stamped and heat embossed my sentiments. I'm just gonna again cut that out as a piece. And I don't mind them kind of being a little bit wonky. Can you see that? Nope. Oh dear. Because I like that hand cut look. Because I've hand cut it, so it might as well look like it's hand cut. So, again, dimensionals on the back, because I don't make flat cards. Don't do lots with ribbon, but I don't tend to make cards that haven't got a dimensional on. I'm going to pop that across on both of those pieces. Now this card I think would be really lovely as either a wedding card or a with sympathy, something like that. I think it would be really lovely. And then I have got these. Now these are sat in my stash for quite some time. They are the real red Stampin' Rhinestones. And they are lovely. I just find them really hard to use because I don't tend, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not a colour I use very often. But I thought on here, you could go for clear ones and it would be very pretty. But sometimes that hint of a colour just makes the card pop. So there is that card as a kind of stepped up version of the one I made previously. Aren't they fab? So they are my 2 cards for today using the So Much Love and Queen Anne's Lace, which I cannot find on my desk. Oh dear. Stamp sets as part of the Stampin' Up Get and Go starter kit promotion. Now, the other thing I do need to remind you of is I have got my Christmas Gleaming kit class, which is this stamp set. All the details are on my blog now, and booking closes on the 16th, so you've still got 6 days left to get all the details and get your place booked. And I cannot wait for you to see the cards I've made with this. They are stunning. There are 6 cards in the kit, and I'm sure, I know for a fact that there are loads of bits left over. So that is it for today. Thank you ever so much for joining me here at Stampin' by Hannah, and I hope to see you again really, really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.